Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Two-time former world champ Paulie Malignaggi details his latest sparring encounter with Conor McGregor before the Mayweather-McGregor fight. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, squad up, hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, all the channel donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Paulie Malignaggi, he just did an interview. I'm not sure who the interview is. I just seen a YouTube video with the transcripts and the audio of it. I will put the link in the description so you can hear it verbatim if you want, but check it out because I don't know if it's their actual interview. I don't know. YouTube's weird, funny sometimes with copyright stuff, so check it out as soon as possible and then come back and leave a comment on this video. But I want to paraphrase. I'm not going to do it verbatim. In this interview, Paulie Malignaggi says he was working all last week, obviously, for Showtime, Broner versus Garcia. I was there also. I ran into him. I meant to interview him, but security was tripping. He was like going back to the dressing room. But anyway, Paulie Malignaggi was working the Showtime telecast. He said he came back to Vegas to conclude or to continue with the Conor McGregor camp. As you guys should know, if you don't live under a rock, Paulie Malignaggi is in camp. He's one of the sparring partners that were selected for Conor McGregor as he prepares for Floyd Mayweather August 26th on Showtime PPV. And he said he re-entered the camp with a chip on his shoulder. And it sounded like he was saying basically Team McGregor, it sounded like they were trying to take advantage of him because he worked. He had come across coast from the East Coast in New York back to the West Coast. And trust me, that's rough. I understand what Paulie's talking about because I was tired. I've been tired as hell the last couple of days. Normally in the past, maybe when I was a little bit younger, I didn't really get jet lag, but making that, because I live in California, making that transition back, you feel a little bit sluggish. You know what I mean? So salute to all these fighters who do stuff like this on the routine and have to spar and go to war with people, right? You go to ESPN and the caption on their Facebook says Conor and Paulie have a violent sparring session. So anyway, Paulie's talking about it, and he says basically he feels they're trying to take advantage of him. He was working all last week, so he wasn't thrilled. Kind of came into the camp with a chip on his shoulder, so there was some trash talking. And he said this one was intense. This sparring session was probably more intense than the first one. As you guys know, I did a video about it. Joe Cortez, famous referee. He's refereed fights like Amir Khan versus Marcos Maidana, which is a classic fight, and a slew of other fights. Joe Cortez, he admits he did an interview on Sirius XM, and he said that it was getting out of control, and he had to like tell both guys like, you're professionals, calm down, stuff like that. So I guess they picked up where they left off. And Paulie Malignaggi says in this interview he sparred 12 rounds. He said he kind of gassed and was tired towards the end, but he definitely felt that he got some respect in there, and he proved his point. He said, I made my point. Don't fuck with me. Like, you're not gonna make it seem like you're just in here running out a two-time former world champion, running him out of sparring and like dogging him or anything. So I like that because Conor McGregor, he's very crafty. He's an entertainer as well as a fighter. He keeps posting pictures of him trampling sparring partners and kneeing them. I don't know what he's doing. There's just a sequence of pictures. And then he posted a picture of him and Paulie, and it looked like Paulie looked kind of like he got caught with the monster shot. Conor looks cool and swagged out with his hands behind his back. So I'm sure Paulie sees all of this. And you know what I mean, Conor McGregor being the younger fighter in more of his prime in terms of his shape and stuff like that, Paulie, it sounds like, took a stand. Like, you ain't just gonna be bullying me and just be putting up pictures of me where it looks like I'm getting slapped up and hit up. And he said he made his point in sparring. He said, don't fuck with me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not the one. I'm not someone you're just gonna mow through and plow over for cred, for street cred or whatever. So I like that, man. I mean, I really, obviously, with such a massive fight, they're probably going to keep this sparring under wraps, and no one's going to really see it until maybe later, like the Conor McGregor, Chris Van Heerding type of situation. But I would love to see this because I know Paulie's a trash talker. Conor's clearly a trash talker. So I want to hear what they're saying and just kind of see the action. But I will say this, with what Paulie's saying, obviously I'm not in camp. I don't know what's happening other than what's being reported and what's being said by the people involved. I haven't really heard Conor McGregor say anything about any of his sparring, but Paulie's done some interviews, and Paulie's making my pick, which I already picked Mayweather to beat Conor McGregor in boxing. He's making me more confident in that, because if you're having violent sparrings with Paulie Malignaggi, and there's no shade to him, he's a good fighter, but you got to look at it. Paulie is probably not in the physical prime of his career, like the best shape he's ever been in. I mean, he admitted that. He admitted that he retired, stuff like that. He retired, I think it was in March. He's coming off a stoppage. So, I mean, he fights different than Mayweather anyway. Now, he's a smart fighter. He's a cerebral fighter. He has a good jab, very good jab, underrated jab even. He has some savvy, ring IQ. He's a veteran. He's sparred a ton of guys. But just everything I'm hearing from Paulie Malignaggi makes me more confident that the fight is going to play out how I think it will. Paulie is on record saying that Amir Mom has oh my God power. Like, he said he hit me with some stuff in 16-ounce gloves, and I was just like, whoa, like, damn, I don't want to get hit with that again. He said Conor has pop and respectable power, like you're not going to stick your chin out and bait him in, you know what I mean, on some Ricardo Mayorga shit, but it's nothing he hasn't felt before. That's what he's basically saying. So it's hard because in 16-ounce gloves, there's somewhat of a difference, but you could tell if a dude's hitting you with 16s and it feels crazy, then you know for a fact if he was hitting you with 8s or 10s that it would be a problem. You know what I mean? Like guys like Tim Bradley, who's a veteran, someone who's very skilled and can mix things up and things like that. He's on record at one point saying that Lucas Matisse is the strongest person that he's fought, the hardest puncher. And he's been in there with Ruslan Provodnikov and got melted with a shot and was concussed and everything. He's been in there with Pacquiao 3 times, and he says Lucas Matisse had real life power, like the hardest puncher. So to me, that, I mean, you could tell when Lucas Matisse fights. Danny Garcia was saying that, or actually I think it was Danny Garcia's dad, I speak the truth, Angel Garcia. He said his son was pissing blood after the Matisse fight, a fight he won. So to me, that proves Lucas Matisse has real life cracks. So you could still tell, like Tim Bradley was able to tell that Matisse has crazy power. Because again, if he's getting hit with 16s and it feels like a problem, then it's no mystery why he was able to stop John Molina and Humberto Soto, Jose, and Lamont Peterson and stuff like that. So I think guys in sparring, especially veterans like Paulie, they could tell who has power. And I'm not saying a lot of MMA fans or Conor fans or whatever are getting extremely mad. And Paulie, this is what I love about Paulie, aside from him being an astute commentator and a fighter himself, is he doesn't really give a fuck what people say. And that's how I feel. That's how I am. I don't, if I have a fight prediction or my thoughts, then it's just what it is. I don't really care who's mad. You can be mad and angry at me. You know what I mean? We'll find out what happens. But I notice a lot of MMA and Conor fans, they seem to be like steamed with Paulie because he's commenting on his power. But the thing is, he's been in there with Conor McGregor, and he has real no reason to lie. He, like, even when he's talking about this sparring, which you guys can go listen to, he's talking about this sparring. He's not bad mouthing. He's saying Conor was kind of getting him towards the end, but it was a war. It was a hard 12 rounds. He said, I'm sore right now. He said, you go 12 hard rounds with anybody, you're gonna be sore. So he's paying Conor McGregor respect. He's not just like dogging him like, oh, this shit is trash and this is some amateur work. He's not doing that. He's saying Conor's probably better than I thought. Conor has respectable power. He has pop. He's tricky. He does some things better than you would expect. You know what I mean? But people get mad when a fighter or a boxing personality doesn't say what you want them to say. I remember when Shane Mosley, he made the comparison. He said Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao hit about the same, and people like lost their mind in the comment section. No, like this motherfucker fought Canelo, Pacquiao, and Floyd Mayweather. So I would generally take what he said. He's fought them, and among other people, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, I would take what Shane Mosley says over somebody with no profile picture on YouTube who doesn't even fight and just talk shit in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? But people get so bent out of shape because a fighter says something. You know what I mean? And it's like, who do you trust? Why would I, like, Paulie has not really given me a reason to believe that he has some grudge against Conor McGregor, or like he's so impartial or you can't give him credit. He's giving him credit from what I've seen in the interview for what he deserves, but he's not going to overly credit him for things that he's not doing. Like, I don't know. I think, and Paulie has a way with words. He's a good wordsmith, and he's like, it's not oh my god power. It's not power where you just want to like toy with him, but at the end of the day, it's not oh my god power. So Paulie's just kind of making me more confident in my pick, because Floyd, he just does different things. He always finds a way to win, and if Paulie's going to war with Conor McGregor and having like wars, then Mayweather, who's more accurate, sharper, he's in better shape, I would say, things like that, it's going to be a super difficult fight for Conor McGregor. And yeah, that's kind of what I see. Let me know what you guys think. That's Paulie's account of what happened. He said it was a good, hard fought 12 rounds. He gassed at the end, but he made his point, got some respect in there, and he proves it. But like I said, I haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that Paulie is just like, why would he even accept the assignment if you know what I mean? He even said in this interview, he's like, you're not gonna just make it like you running me out of camp or something. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you formulate your game plan and let's work. But like I said, if you're going hard 12 rounds with Paulie, Floyd's a different animal and a different style fighter, faster. His ring IQ's off the charts, stuff like that. So I think he's gonna have a lot of problems with Floyd come fight night. That's just my thoughts. Link in the description in case you want to hear Paulie, his interview verbatim. Check it out and then come back here. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.